Chapter 1. A Journey Begins. Welcome to the Philippines. Imagine a collection of over 7,000 islands spread across the sparkling waters of Southeast Asia. Each island has its own character, its own story. Some are large and bustling, like Luzon, home to the nation's capital, Manila. Others are small and quiet, with white sand beaches and turquoise seas that seem to stretch forever. Picture the scene. A fisherman casting his net at dawn. The water glistens like gold under the rising sun. The air is fresh, filled with the soft rustle of palm trees and the distant call of a rooster. This is the rhythm of island life. It's slow, peaceful, but always alive. Now imagine stepping into a busy city street. Jeepneys, colorful, crowded buses dart through traffic. Vendors shout, selling fresh mangoes, bananas, and steaming bowls of arroz caldo. The smell of grilled fish fills the air. The city hums with energy, a stark contrast to the tranquil beaches, but no less beautiful. This is the Philippines, vibrant, complex, and endlessly fascinating. But the Philippines is more than just a place. It's a land of stories. For thousands of years, these islands have been home to diverse peoples. They've lived off the land, fished the seas, and built villages that grew into thriving communities. Over time, these communities have faced many challenges: storms, wars, and foreign rulers. Yet, through it all, the Filipino spirit has remained strong. One story you may know is that of Ferdinand Magellan's arrival in 1521. It marked the start of a new era. For centuries, Spanish colonists controlled the islands, leaving a lasting influence on the culture. The Philippines' Catholic traditions, grand festivals, and historic churches all trace their roots to those times. But the people of the Philippines did not always remain under foreign rule. Over time, they fought for independence. Brave men and women, known as heroes, risked everything to achieve freedom. In 1898, their efforts paid off. The Philippines declared independence from Spain. However, the path to true freedom was still not easy. The islands became a colony of the United States, and later, they suffered under Japanese occupation during World War II. But each challenge strengthened the people's resolve. Finally, on July 4th, 1946, the Philippines became a fully independent nation. As you listen to this story, imagine the courage it took to overcome such obstacles. Picture the faces of those who stood against powerful empires, who fought not just for themselves, but for their children's future. Imagine how it must have felt when victory was finally in sight. The excitement, the relief, the hope. Today, the Philippines is a country of contrasts. Towering skyscrapers rise next to traditional wooden homes. Modern malls stand close to bustling public markets. The music of a karaoke machine mingles with the soft melodies of traditional folk songs. Everywhere you turn, you see the rich tapestry of the nation's past woven into its present. But what truly sets the Philippines apart is its people. They are known for their warmth, their smiles, and their unwavering optimism. Despite challenges, they find joy in the simple things: sharing meals, celebrating festivals, and spending time with family and friends. This unique spirit makes the Philippines a place like no other. It's a land of laughter, resilience, and boundless creativity. And so, our journey begins. We'll uncover more stories, meet remarkable people, and learn about the wonders of this amazing country. Get ready for an adventure through history, culture, and the heart of the Philippines. Let's step into the past, explore the present, and imagine the future. Together. Chapter 2. Islands of Wonders. The Philippines, a country of islands. Each one is unique, like a treasure waiting to be discovered. Close your eyes and picture this. Crystal clear water, waves gently lapping against soft white sand. That's Boracay. Its beaches sparkle under the sun, drawing visitors from all over the world. People come here to relax, to swim, and to feel the gentle rhythm of island life. But the Philippines is more than just beaches. Imagine standing on the edge of a cliff in Palawan. Below you, the sea stretches endlessly. Above, the sky is bright blue, scattered with white clouds. Around you, tall limestone walls rise like silent guardians. This is the famous Palawan landscape, rugged, dramatic, and awe-inspiring. Every rock, every crevice has a story to tell. Now picture a different kind of beauty. Deep in the heart of the country lies Luzon, home to towering volcanoes. Mount Mayon is one of them. It's perfectly shaped, like a cone drawn by an artist. But don't let its beauty fool you. Mayon is alive. It has erupted many times, reminding everyone of nature's power. Imagine the villagers living nearby, always watching the mountain. They respect it. They fear it. Yet they stay because it's their home. Life near Mayon is both beautiful and challenging. And then there are the jungles, thick green forests filled with sound, birds calling, leaves rustling, rivers flowing. These jungles are alive with animals and plants found nowhere else on Earth. Imagine trekking through these forests, every step revealing something new. You might see a bright-colored kingfisher perched on a branch or hear the distant echo of a waterfall. The air smells fresh and earthy, a reminder that you're surrounded by life. Traveling between these islands feels like stepping into different worlds. Each island has its own character. Some are peaceful, with villages where children play under coconut trees. Others are wild, with cliffs, caves, and roaring seas. The people living on these islands have adapted to their surroundings. Fishermen rise early, casting their nets as the sun breaks the horizon. Farmers plant rice in fields that stretch into the hills. Everyone has a role, a place in the great island story. And the waters between the islands? They are full of life, too. Coral reefs burst with color, orange, red, yellow, like underwater gardens. Fish dart in and out, some small and quick, others large and graceful. Divers from around the world come to explore these reefs. They discover not only the beauty of marine life, but also shipwrecks from long ago. These sunken ships are reminders of history, of battles fought and journeys ended. The Philippines' geography is a story of contrast and surprise. Gentle beaches stand beside rugged mountains. Calm lagoons hide behind rocky shores. The people here live among these contrasts. They celebrate them. They tell stories about the mountains, the seas, and the islands. They find beauty in the volcanoes, strength in the cliffs, and peace on the sandy shores. As you think about these islands, one question might come to mind. What's it like to live in such a place? Imagine waking up each day to the sound of waves or the distant call of a jungle bird. Imagine going to school or work, knowing that just beyond the horizon lies another island, another story. For the people here, this is life. It's simple, yet filled with wonder. So, as we continue our journey, remember that every island, every shore, every mountain is part of the Philippines' grand story. Together, they make a land that's truly one of a kind, a land of wonders. Chapter 3. History Through the Ages. Close your eyes and imagine a time long ago. The islands of the Philippines were home to ancient tribes. They lived by the rivers, in the mountains, and along the coasts. They built villages of bamboo and wood. They fished the seas, planted rice on terraces, and hunted in the forests. The people were connected to the land. They respected the mountains, the rivers, and the sky. Their lives followed the rhythms of nature. But these islands were not isolated. Far across the seas came traders from China, India, and Arabia. They brought silk, spices, and porcelain. In return, the people of the Philippines offered pearls, gold, and fine cloth. Markets buzzed with activity. Languages mixed, ideas spread, and cultures blended. The islands grew rich with stories from the wider world. Then, in 1521, something happened that changed everything. A Portuguese explorer, Ferdinand Magellan, arrived sailing under the Spanish flag. His ships were unlike anything the islanders had seen. The sails, the cannons, the strange-looking men speaking a foreign tongue, it was like something out of a dream. Magellan and his crew brought not just trade, but a new religion and a new way of life. The Spanish stayed. For over 300 years, they ruled the islands. They built massive stone churches. They introduced Catholicism, which became deeply rooted in Filipino culture. Spanish priests taught the people a new faith, and Spanish soldiers enforced a new order. Life under Spanish rule was often difficult. Local leaders lost their power. Farmers had to give a portion of their harvest to Spanish landlords. But even in hardship, the Filipino spirit endured. One man who rose against this foreign rule was José Rizal. He was a writer, a doctor, and a visionary. He believed in freedom and justice. Through his novels and essays, he opened people's eyes to the cruelty of colonial rule. The Spanish saw him as a threat. In 1896, they executed Rizal. Yet his death sparked a revolution. His courage inspired many. The Filipino people began to fight for their independence. In 1898, another foreign power arrived. The United States defeated Spain and took control of the Philippines. For the Filipinos, it was a mix of hope and disappointment. They had hoped for full independence, but instead, they found themselves under another colonial power. The Americans brought public schools, a new language, English, and modern infrastructure. But the struggle for independence continued. Finally, after World War II, the Philippines achieved full independence in 1946. Imagine the joy of that day. The streets filled with celebrations, flags waved proudly. The people had fought long and hard for this moment. It was a new chapter in their history. Through all these changes, the Filipino people never lost their identity. They kept their traditions, their love of family, their faith, and their hope. Their history is a story of resilience. It's a story of rising again and again, no matter the challenge. As you listen to this chapter, think about the strength it takes to rebuild, to dream, and to move forward. That is the story of the Philippines. Chapter 4. A Land of Festivals. Fiesta time. The words echo through the streets. Children run to join the parade. Women carry baskets of flowers, their colors as bright as the morning sun. Men lift heavy floats adorned with candles, beads, and intricate designs. Above them, banners flutter in the breeze. The air buzzes with energy. This is no ordinary day. It's a fiesta. Imagine standing in the heart of Cebu City in January. The crowd gathers early, eager for the Sinulog Festival. The rhythmic beat of drums fills the air. Dancers, dressed in vibrant costumes, move gracefully through the streets. Their movements mirror the flow of a river, a tribute to the Santo Niño, the child Jesus. The festival blends religion and culture, creating a spectacle of faith and joy. As the procession passes, people cheer and wave. It feels as if the whole city is dancing together. Further south, in Calibo, another celebration takes place. The Ati-Atihan Festival. Picture dancers with faces painted black, their bodies wrapped in colorful tribal patterns. They carry shields and wooden weapons, performing ancient warrior dances. The crowd is encouraged to join in. "Hala Bira!" they shout, inviting everyone to feel the rhythm. The drums grow louder, their beats deep and powerful. It's as if time slows down, and you can feel the history in every step. But fiestas aren't just about big events. Even the smallest barangay, village, celebrates its own festival. Imagine a quiet coastal village preparing for its annual feast. Early in the morning, women start cooking large pots of rice and stews. Men set up bamboo tables in the town square. Children climb trees to hang decorations. As the sun rises higher, the entire community gathers to share food, stories, and laughter. It's simple, yet unforgettable. Fiestas also showcase Filipino creativity. Picture a giant float made of fresh flowers, roses, orchids, sunflowers, moving slowly through the streets. The scent is sweet and overwhelming. Each petal is placed by hand, creating a design that tells a story. In another town, a parade of costumes amazes the crowd. Some costumes are made of woven banana leaves, others of recycled plastic. The people who made them worked late into the night, cutting, sewing, and gluing. Their efforts are rewarded with gasps of admiration. And then there's the food. Long tables stretch down the street, covered with dishes of every kind. Lechon, a whole roasted pig, takes the spotlight. Its crispy skin glistens, tempting everyone nearby. Plates of pancit, and lumpia sit next to bowls of steaming soup. Sweet treats like bibingka and suman are piled high on trays. Families and friends gather to eat together, their laughter mixing with the sounds of the festival. As night falls, the excitement doesn't fade. Fireworks light up the sky, each burst brighter than the last. Music fills the air, guitars strumming, voices singing, drums pounding. People dance in the moonlight, their faces glowing with happiness. The joy is contagious. Even if you're a stranger, you'll feel welcomed. The spirit of the fiesta draws everyone in. But why are fiestas so important to Filipinos? They are more than just celebrations. They are a way to honor history, faith, and community. Many fiestas began centuries ago during the Spanish colonization. The Spanish brought religious festivals, but over time, Filipinos added their own traditions. Today, these events reflect the unique blend of Spanish and indigenous culture. For Filipinos, a fiesta is a time to come together. It's a break from daily life, a chance to reconnect with neighbors and friends. It's a moment to celebrate blessings and to pray for a good harvest, good health, and good fortune. Even in difficult times, fiestas bring hope. They remind people that no matter what, there is always something to celebrate. Throughout the Philippines, every town and city has its own festival. In the mountains of Luzon, the Panagbenga Festival celebrates flowers. In Mindoro, the Pandangitab Festival honors the light of traditional lamps. Each festival has its own meaning, its own story. Together, they create a tapestry of joy and tradition that stretches from one island to the next. As the final parade passes and the music fades, you might think the celebration is over. But the memories linger. The sound of the drums, the taste of the food, the sight of the dancers stay with you. Fiestas are more than just events. They are a reflection of the Filipino spirit, colorful, joyful, and always ready to share. Chapter 5. Nature's Masterpiece. Imagine standing at the base of a towering volcano. The air is cool. Your breath forms little clouds in front of your face. Above you, the mountain rises like a giant, its peak shrouded in mist. This is Mount Mayon. Its shape is almost perfect, like a cone drawn with a ruler. But it's not just a mountain. It's alive. Sometimes it rumbles, reminding everyone of its power. You start to climb. Step by step, you feel the ground beneath you change. Rocks become sharper, the wind cooler. Every now and then, you stop to catch your breath and look back. The view stretches out endlessly. Fields, forests, villages. It's a moment of pure wonder. Now, picture yourself on a tiny boat, gliding through turquoise water. The waves are gentle, rocking you slightly. As you look down, you see colorful corals below. Fish of every shape and size dart through the reefs. It feels like an underwater parade. The boat slows, and you slide into the warm water. Snorkeling here is like entering another world. You swim among the fish, seeing shades of blue, orange, and yellow you didn't know existed. It's peaceful, magical. As you continue exploring the islands, you come to a place that seems unreal. In Bohol, the land rises into hundreds of small, round hills. They're covered in grass that turns brown in the dry season. They look like giant chocolate drops scattered across the landscape. The chocolate hills. No one is exactly sure how they formed. Some say they're the tears of a giant from a local legend. Standing among them, you feel small, as if you're in a storybook. And then, tucked away in a quiet corner of the forest, you meet the tarsier. It's no bigger than your hand. Its eyes are enormous, as if it's always surprised. It clings to a tree branch, staring back at you. It doesn't move much, but every so often it tilts its head, as if to say, "Why are you here?" You can't help but smile. This tiny creature is one of the rarest animals in the world. Meeting it feels like meeting an old friend. Not far away is the Puerto Princesa underground river, another wonder. The entrance is hidden among lush greenery. You step into a small boat and enter the cave. The air grows cooler and darkness surrounds you. The sound of water echoes off the walls. Stalactites hang from the ceiling like icicles. It's a quiet, otherworldly place. The only light comes from the guide's flashlight, which dances across the rock formations. At times, you hold your breath. It's so still, so mysterious. Throughout the Philippines, nature shows its many faces. One moment, you're climbing a mountain. The next, you're floating through a river of fireflies. Each place feels like a secret waiting to be discovered. It's not just the sights, it's the feeling they give you. Peace, amazement, and a connection to something bigger. This is nature's masterpiece. It's a world of wonder, and it's calling you to explore. Before we begin Chapter 6, a quick note for our listeners. You're currently listening to this audiobook on Woo English. Remember, this content is specially made for Woo English listeners only. If you're hearing it on any other channel, it may be a violation of Woo English's rights. Please ensure you're tuned into the right source to fully enjoy and respect this audiobook journey. Now, let's continue the story. Chapter 6. Urban Energy, Rural Charm. The sun rises over Manila, a city that never truly sleeps. The streets are alive with movement. Jeepneys rumble down the roads, their colorful paint reflecting the morning light. Vendors call out from the sidewalks, selling everything from warm taho to fresh fruits. In the air, you hear the faint sound of a guitar strumming, mixing with the steady hum of engines. This is the heart of the Philippines' urban energy. Now, imagine walking through one of Manila's sprawling markets. The aisles are narrow and crowded. Stalls are packed with goods, brightly patterned fabrics, hand-carved trinkets, and piles of fragrant spices. The scent of grilled meat wafts through the air. A street vendor hands you a stick of barbecue, and you savor the smoky flavor. Around you, shoppers laugh, haggle, and exchange stories. It's chaotic, but it's also full of life. Yet, just a few hours away, everything changes. Picture a small village surrounded by rice fields. The fields stretch out like a giant green blanket. A farmer guides a carabao through the mud, turning the soil. Children run barefoot along dirt paths, their laughter carried on the breeze. There's no rush, no honking horns, just the soft rustle of leaves and the occasional crow of a rooster. This is rural life. In the city, the skyline glitters with skyscrapers. At night, lights twinkle like stars. Business people hurry to their offices. Shoppers fill the malls. The pace is fast, and the energy is contagious. Meanwhile, in the countryside, the stars themselves are the only lights. The sky is clear, and you can see the Milky Way stretching across the heavens. Here, life moves slowly. People gather around a fire, telling stories. The simple joys, sharing a meal, watching the sunset, take center stage. But the contrasts are not just about speed or scenery. It's also about how people connect. In the city, connections are built on technology and quick interactions. In the countryside, connections come from tradition and shared moments. A farmer shares fresh coconuts with a passing traveler. A family invites a visitor to join their fiesta. The warmth is the same in both places, but the way it's expressed feels different. The beauty of the Philippines is in this balance. The cities buzz with opportunity and excitement. The countryside offers peace and a chance to breathe. Together, they create a rich, layered tapestry. In one day, you can experience both the pulse of a metropolis and the gentle rhythm of rural life. And that is something truly special. Chapter 7. Filipino Flavors. Imagine stepping into a Filipino home. The air is filled with the warm, rich aroma of adobo. You hear the gentle bubbling of a pot on the stove. Inside it, pieces of tender chicken or pork simmer in soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, and black pepper. The scent alone makes your mouth water. Adobo is often called the national dish of the Philippines. Its flavors are simple yet bold, a balance of savory and tangy. Families have their own ways of making it. Some add a touch of sweetness, others a bit more spice. Every bite feels like comfort, like home. Now think of sinigang. This is not just soup, it's an experience. The broth is sour, thanks to tamarind or other local fruits. It's loaded with vegetables like okra, tomatoes, and eggplant. Sometimes there's shrimp or fish, and other times pork or beef. When you taste sinigang, it feels like a warm hug. It's the kind of dish you crave on a rainy day. It makes you feel cozy and alive at the same time. And then there's halo halo. Oh, halo halo. Imagine a tall, colorful glass packed with shaved ice, sweet beans, bits of fruit, jelly, and leche flan. On top sits a scoop of oob ice cream, its purple color catching your eye. Halo halo means mix mix, and that's exactly what you do. You stir all the ingredients together, creating a sweet, icy, creamy dessert. It's cold, refreshing, and perfect on a hot day. The mix of textures, crunchy, smooth, chewy, is like a party in your mouth. Filipino cuisine is not just about the dishes. It's about the gatherings. When there's a celebration, food is at the center. Long tables are filled with lechon, a whole roasted pig with crispy skin and tender meat. Plates of pancit, a noodle dish, symbolize long life. Sweet treats like bibingka and puto make every occasion feel special. People eat together, laugh together, and share stories. The meals create memories that last a lifetime. Street food is another treasure. Picture yourself walking through a bustling market. Vendors are grilling skewers of pork and chicken, the smoky scent drawing you closer. A cart offers balut, fertilized duck eggs, which are both famous and daring to try. Nearby, someone hands out banana Q, fried bananas coated in caramelized sugar. The streets are alive with sizzling, frying, and the cheerful sounds of people enjoying their food. It's not just a meal, it's an adventure. Filipino flavors have a history. They carry the influences of trade and colonization. Chinese traders brought noodles and dumplings. Spanish colonizers introduced tomatoes, garlic, and stews. American soldiers left behind hamburgers and hot dogs. Over centuries, these influences mixed with local ingredients, coconut, rice, mangoes, to create something truly unique. Every dish tells a story of blending, adapting, and thriving. But Filipino cuisine isn't only about tradition, it's also about creativity. Young chefs are reinventing old recipes. They add new spices, change techniques, or present dishes in modern ways. A classic adobo might become a savory pie. Halo halo might be served as a colorful parfait. These innovations keep the cuisine alive, constantly evolving while staying true to its roots. Filipino food is more than just flavors. It's about connection. It brings families together. It makes strangers into friends. It gives everyone a reason to pause, share a meal, and celebrate life. Whether it's a simple plate of adobo at home or a lavish fiesta banquet, Filipino cuisine is a gift. Each bite tells a story. Each dish carries the love and care of the people who made it. So, are you hungry yet? The flavors of the Philippines are calling. Dive into the tangy, the savory, the sweet. Let the food tell you its story. And as you enjoy each bite, real or imagined, feel the heart and soul of the Philippines in every taste. Chapter 8. Famous Landmarks and Hidden Gems. Close your eyes and imagine standing at the edge of a mountain. Below you are terraces, steps carved into the hillside by hand. They stretch as far as the eye can see, rising and falling with the natural curves of the land. These are the Banawe Rice Terraces, often called the eighth wonder of the world. For over 2,000 years, the Ifugao people have carefully tended these fields, using simple tools and an incredible knowledge of the land. It's not just a beautiful sight. It's a living piece of history. Each layer tells a story of hard work, patience, and deep respect for nature. Now, let's travel south to the heart of Manila. There you'll find Intramuros, the walled city. As you pass through its gates, it's as if you've stepped back in time. Spanish-era churches, cobblestone streets, and stone walls surround you. You can hear the echo of horse hooves on the ground as calesas, traditional horse-drawn carriages, carry tourists along the narrow lanes. The air is heavy with stories of battles, heroes, and the rise and fall of empires. In the silence of the San Agustin Church, you can almost feel the centuries pressing down, whispering the secrets of the past. From there, we venture to the coastline, to a place where towering limestone cliffs meet crystal clear waters. Welcome to El Nido, Palawan. It's a paradise that seems too perfect to be real. Imagine a boat gliding through hidden lagoons. The water is so clear you can see fish darting among the corals. Tiny islands rise like green jewels from the sea. Every turn reveals a new, breathtaking view, each more stunning than the last. Some say the sunsets here are the most beautiful in the world, painting the sky with shades of orange, pink, and purple. But there's more to the Philippines than the famous sights. Hidden away in quiet corners are treasures waiting to be discovered. Imagine a cave deep in the countryside. Inside, glittering formations hang from the ceiling, carved slowly over thousands of years. Water drips softly, creating an otherworldly music. Few people know about these caves. Visiting them feels like stepping into a secret world. Or think of a small village market far from the big cities. Brightly colored fabrics sway in the breeze. The smell of fresh coconut wafts through the air. A local weaver carefully works on a loom, creating patterns passed down through generations. These hidden gems don't appear in glossy travel magazines, but they hold the soul of the Philippines. As you explore these famous landmarks and lesser-known spots, you realize something magical. The beauty of the Philippines isn't just in its scenery. It's in the stories that these places tell. The terraces speak of a people who lived in harmony with the earth. Intramuros whispers the courage of those who fought for freedom. The lagoons of Palawan sing a song of nature's perfection. And the hidden villages and markets remind us of the quiet, enduring traditions that keep a culture alive. So, grab your map, pack your imagination, and let's set off. The Philippines is full of wonders, both well-known and waiting to be discovered. Every landmark, every hidden corner is a part of the story. And that story is one of resilience, beauty, and endless adventure. Chapter 9. People and Everyday Life. What's it like to wake up in the Philippines? For many, it begins with the crow of a rooster. The sun rises, painting the sky in warm colors, and the day's work is about to begin. In the countryside, farmers head to the fields, their tools slung over their shoulders. Their hands are strong, worn from years of planting and harvesting. They know the land well, every season, every change in the wind. They walk through the rice paddies, bending low to plant seedlings. The water glistens under the morning light, and the air smells fresh and earthy. In a small village workshop, a carpenter smooths a piece of wood. His movements are precise, careful. Beside him, a weaver adjusts the threads on her loom, her fingers moving with practiced ease. Craftsmen like these carry on traditions that have been passed down for generations. Their skills bring life to everyday items, baskets, furniture, and clothing. Each piece they make is a testament to patience, care, and creativity. Meanwhile, in the bustling cities, young professionals fill the streets. They hail jeepneys, grab a quick meal from a street vendor, and head to modern office buildings. Entrepreneurs are everywhere, running food stalls, designing websites, or opening small cafes. Many Filipinos dream big. They work hard, often juggling multiple jobs to support their families. But no matter how busy life gets, they find time to smile, to laugh, and to help one another. Family is at the heart of Filipino life. In every town, in every village, you'll find families gathering to eat together. Mealtimes are sacred. Everyone comes to the table: grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, children. They share stories, pass plates of steaming rice, and enjoy dishes like adobo or sinigang. Conversations flow freely, filled with laughter and sometimes a few gentle jokes. In these moments, you can feel the deep connections that hold families together. Beyond the family, there's the community. In the Philippines, neighbors are like extended family. They help each other in times of need. If someone falls ill, the community comes together. They raise funds, prepare meals, and provide support. During fiestas, everyone works as one, decorating the streets, cooking large pots of food, and organizing parades. It's a lively display of togetherness, a reminder that no one is truly alone. Even through hardship, Filipinos remain resilient. Typhoons, floods, and earthquakes have tested their strength time and again. Yet, after every storm, the people rebuild. They sing songs while they work, finding hope in their shared effort. Children play in the streets again, and life continues. This resilience is part of what makes the Filipino spirit so inspiring. And then there's the joy. Filipinos find happiness in the little things. A karaoke night with friends, a game of basketball in a dusty village court, or a weekend trip to the beach. The sound of laughter is never far away. People take pride in their heritage, in their skills, and in the bonds they share with one another. Living in the Philippines means being part of a rich tapestry. It's a life filled with hard work, deep love for family, and a sense of community that lifts everyone up. The people are the heart of the country, and their everyday lives tell a story of strength, kindness, and enduring hope. Chapter 10. Arts and Culture. Imagine the soft, rhythmic sound of the kulintang. Metal gongs are laid out like steps of a staircase. A musician taps each one carefully. The notes rise and fall, weaving a beautiful melody. This traditional instrument has been played in the southern Philippines for centuries. It tells stories through its music. Stories of celebrations, of courtships, of community gatherings. The sound is both ancient and timeless. Now, picture a group of dancers. They stand beside two long bamboo poles lying on the ground. As the music starts, the poles begin to move. They clap together, then open wide, over and over. The dancers jump gracefully between the poles, their feet moving quickly, their arms flowing like water. This is the Tainikling. Every step is precise, every leap full of energy. The dance is a tribute to the people's connection to nature, to the bamboo groves, and to the rhythm of life itself. But music and dance are only part of the story. The Philippines is rich in literature. Imagine a poet standing before a crowd. Their voice is strong, clear. The words they speak are about love, about struggle, about hope. Long before written books were common, Filipinos pass down stories through spoken verse. Epics like the Biag ni Lam Ang told of heroes, monsters, and gods. These tales taught lessons, preserved history, and inspired courage. Even today, writers and poets continue to shape the country's culture. They use words to challenge, to unite, and to dream. In addition to literature, the Philippines has a vibrant visual arts tradition. Take a moment to picture a jeepney, the iconic Filipino bus. But it's not just a bus. It's a moving canvas, bright colors, bold patterns, and hand-painted designs make each jeepney unique. They show religious images, family names, or even playful cartoons. This tradition of decorating jeepneys turns everyday vehicles into works of art. It's creativity on wheels. Step inside a small gallery and you'll find paintings that capture the country's soul. Some artists show peaceful rural scenes, farmers planting rice under a golden sky. Others paint the struggles of the past, the fight for freedom, the resilience of the people. The colors are bold, the brushstrokes full of emotion. You can feel the artist's connection to their subject. Filipino creativity also shines in film and theater. Imagine a dimly lit stage. The curtains rise, and actors step into the spotlight. They tell stories of love, family, and social issues. Each line, each gesture pulls the audience in. In another corner of the country, filmmakers capture daily life. Their movies show the beauty and complexity of the Philippines. These films travel far and wide, earning international recognition and making people proud of their heritage. Modern culture is just as exciting as the traditional. Listen carefully, and you'll hear the latest OPM, original Filipino music, on the radio. The tunes are catchy, the lyrics heartfelt. Young artists blend Filipino and global sounds, creating something fresh and uniquely theirs. Art, music, dance, and literature are more than entertainment in the Philippines. They are a way of expressing identity, preserving history, and celebrating life. Every beat of the kulintang, every step of the tinikling, every verse of poetry is a thread in a rich cultural tapestry. This creativity, passed down through generations, continues to evolve, inspiring new artists, dancers, and writers to carry on the tradition. It's a never-ending story, one that captivates and connects all who listen. Chapter 11. The Filipino Spirit. The sun was just beginning to rise. The sky, streaked with soft pinks and oranges, promised a warm day ahead. In a small coastal town, fishermen readied their nets. Children, still sleepy, rubbed their eyes as they walked to school. Everything seemed peaceful. But then, a sound. A deep rumble from beneath the earth. Windows rattled. The ground shifted. Suddenly, a powerful earthquake struck. Homes shook. People ran for safety. It felt as if the whole world was crumbling. When the tremor finally stopped, silence fell over the town. Dust filled the air. Buildings lay in ruins. The sea, calm just moments ago, now surged towards the shore. The people stared at the destruction. Their homes were gone. Their streets were unrecognizable. But amidst the fear and shock, something remarkable happened. Neighbors reached out to help one another. Families shared what little they had left. Strangers offered shelter. The community, though shaken, stood together. This is the Filipino spirit, resilient, generous, and full of hope. Time and again, Filipinos have faced hardships, typhoons, floods, earthquakes, each one brought devastation. Yet each time, the people found a way to rebuild. They worked side by side, cleaning debris, repairing homes, and replanting fields. They sang songs to lift their spirits, cooked meals for those in need, and told stories to remind each other of their strength. But it's not only in times of disaster that the Filipino spirit shines. In everyday life, there are countless stories of perseverance and kindness. Consider the teacher who walks for miles to reach a remote school. She crosses rivers, climbs hills, and braves the heat, just to bring knowledge to her students. Or think of the farmer who rises before dawn, planting and harvesting under the sun, so his children can have a better future. Then there are the overseas workers. They leave their families behind, traveling to foreign lands to earn a living. It's not easy. They miss birthdays, holidays, and milestones. But they work hard, sending money home so their loved ones can have food, education, and a brighter tomorrow. Their sacrifices show incredible strength and love. Filipinos also have a unique ability to find joy, even in the hardest times. After a storm, you might see children playing basketball in a muddy street. Laughter fills the air. Families gather for meals, sharing stories and jokes. In these moments, you can see their determination to keep going, to focus on what matters most: family, friends, and hope. Generosity is another hallmark of the Filipino spirit. In a small village, a family might have just enough rice for dinner. But if a neighbor arrives, they'll share it without hesitation. No one is left hungry. During festivals, communities come together to prepare food, decorate streets, and celebrate as one. Even in tough times, Filipinos find ways to give to others. This spirit of unity extends beyond villages and towns. After a major disaster, help pours in from across the nation. People donate clothes, food, and money. Volunteers travel to affected areas, bringing supplies and comfort. The whole country becomes one big family, working together to heal and rebuild. But what fuels this resilience, this hope? Perhaps it's the deep faith many Filipinos hold. Perhaps it's their strong family ties. Or perhaps it's the belief that no matter how bad things get, there's always a reason to smile, to laugh, to keep going. The Filipino spirit is not just a trait. It's a way of life. It's the reason people come together after a storm. It's the courage to face challenges with a smile. It's the hope that tomorrow will be better. In every act of kindness, in every moment of joy, you see it, shining brightly. It's the heart and soul of the Philippines. Chapter 12. A Bright Future. What lies ahead for the Philippines? It's a question filled with excitement and hope. In recent years, the country has seen remarkable growth. Cities are expanding. Businesses are booming. Technology is transforming lives. Everywhere you look, there's energy, progress, and potential. The economy is growing steadily. Industries like tourism, agriculture, and manufacturing are thriving. People are finding new opportunities. Young entrepreneurs are starting businesses. Skilled workers are building careers. The country's natural beauty, its beaches, mountains, and heritage sites, continues to attract visitors from around the world. These visitors bring not only money, but also connections and ideas. Technology is also playing a major role. In schools, students now have access to computers and online learning tools. Farmers use apps to track weather and market prices. Small businesses rely on social media to reach customers. And Filipino programmers and engineers are creating software used worldwide. The digital age has opened doors, connecting the Philippines to the global stage in ways once unimaginable. But growth and innovation don't come without challenges. Cities face issues of congestion and pollution. Rural areas still need better infrastructure, roads, schools, and hospitals. Yet, these challenges also offer opportunities. Filipino engineers, architects, and planners are tackling these problems head-on. They are designing sustainable solutions, finding cleaner energy sources, and building smarter cities. Education is another key to the future. Schools are focusing on new skills, coding, critical thinking, and communication. These prepare young Filipinos for tomorrow's jobs. Teachers are finding creative ways to inspire their students. Community programs help adults learn new trades. Lifelong learning is becoming a way of life. At the same time, the Philippines' rich culture remains at the heart of its identity. Filipino art, music, and cuisine continue to inspire. Festivals draw both locals and international visitors. Filipino designers, writers, and filmmakers are gaining recognition around the world. The country's traditions and creativity are a source of pride and a unique strength in the global marketplace. Another area of hope is the environment. While the Philippines faces threats from climate change, it is also leading efforts to protect nature. Reforestation projects are planting millions of trees. Communities are cleaning up rivers and beaches. Scientists and volunteers are working together to preserve coral reefs. People are learning that sustainability is not just a word, it's a way forward. The Filipino spirit, hopeful, resilient, and generous, shines brightly as the nation looks to the future. With a growing economy, technological advancements, and a vibrant culture, the possibilities are endless. Challenges remain, but they are met with determination and ingenuity. What will the Philippines look like in 10, 20, or 50 years? No one can say for sure. But one thing is certain. The future holds great promise. It is a future shaped by the creativity, strength, and heart of the Filipino people. As the journey continues, the Philippines moves forward, ready to meet tomorrow with open arms and a bright smile.